My wife's phone rang at midnight, and the voice said, "See you soon." It was midnight. The whole house was dark, and I was half asleep. Suddenly, my wife Emma's phone lit up on the nightstand. It buzzed once, twice, then rang loudly. She turned quickly and tried to silence it, but before she could, I heard a deep voice on the other end say clearly, "See you soon." My blood turned cold. Emma's hands shook as she pressed the phone face down. She forced a smile, but her eyes told another story. I couldn't sleep after that. Who was calling her at midnight? And why did they say those chilling words? The next morning, Emma acted as if nothing had happened. She made breakfast, laughed lightly, and asked, "Do you want more coffee?" "Daniel!" But my mind was still trapped in the midnight moment. "Who called you last night?" I asked casually. She froze for a second, then said, "It was just a wrong number." A wrong number that said, "See you soon." Her answer didn't fit, but I kept silent. Inside, a storm of suspicion grew stronger. Days passed, but I couldn't ignore it. One evening, when Emma went out for groceries, I checked her phone. The midnight number was saved under no name, just digits. My fingers trembled as I searched her messages. There it was. Tomorrow. Same place. My heart raced. Same place. Tomorrow. She was planning meetings. I put the phone back before she returned, but my chest burned with questions. That night, when she smiled at me, I smiled back, but it was fake. The next day, I followed her secretly. Emma said she was meeting a friend for tea. Instead, she took a cab to the old riverside park. I hid behind a tree, my heart beating faster with every step she took. A man in a gray coat was waiting. They didn't hug, but he handed her a small envelope. She looked around nervously before hiding it in her purse. My hands balled into fists. Who was this man? What was inside that envelope? When Emma came home, she acted normal, but her purse stayed close to her side. Later that night, while she was in the shower, I opened it. The envelope contained old photographs. Emma as a child, standing with strangers I had never seen before. On the back of one photo was written, "We will not wait forever." My heart sank. This wasn't about love or cheating. This was something deeper, something hidden in her past. That night, I pretended to sleep. At 2 a.m., Emma quietly got out of bed. She picked up her phone and whispered into it, "I'll come tomorrow. Please don't hurt him." My chest tightened. Who was she talking about? Don't hurt who? My mind filled with fear. Was my wife in danger? Or was I? The next day, I confronted her. "Emma, tell me the truth. Who keeps calling you at night?" Her face turned pale. She sat down slowly, her voice shaking. "Daniel, there are things you don't know about my family. That voice belongs to someone from my past. If I don't meet them, they will come here." My hands trembled. "Why didn't you tell me?" I asked. She whispered, "Because I wanted to protect you." That evening, another call came. This time, I answered. The same deep voice said, "Tell Emma the clock is ticking. See you soon." My hands froze around the phone. "Who are you? What do you want?" I shouted. But the call ended. Emma ran into the room, her eyes filled with fear. "You shouldn't have answered," she whispered. The air felt heavy, like danger was already inside the house. The following night, I followed her again. She went to an abandoned warehouse near the edge of town. The gray-coated man was there again, but this time more people surrounded him. They whispered things I couldn't hear. Suddenly, Emma turned and saw me, her face filled with both anger and relief. "You shouldn't be here, Daniel," she said, her voice breaking. One of the men stepped forward, holding a paper in his hand. The man spoke. "She owes us the truth. We have waited too long." He handed me the paper. It was an old birth certificate with Emma's name. But the parents' names were different. My head spun. Emma wasn't who she claimed to be. She wasn't the daughter of the family she told me about. She had been hiding her real past, and these people wanted her back. My heart ached, but now the midnight calls made sense. Emma cried, "Daniel, I didn't want you to know. I was born into a dangerous family. I ran away to build a new life. But they found me. That's why the calls kept coming. That's why they said, 'See you soon.' They will never stop." My chest burned with anger and fear. I held her hand tightly. Then we faced them together. No more secrets. That night, back home, Emma finally handed me the diary she had kept hidden for years. Inside were stories of her escape, the threats, the reason she smiled even when afraid. The last page read, "If he ever finds out, I hope he will still choose me." I closed the diary and looked at her. "I choose you," I said. The midnight calls had once filled me with fear. Now, they became the fire that made us stronger. Whatever waited ahead, we would face it side by side.